segment for accident and sickness. Today we're working with segment 9 and looking at the concept of the definition of total disability. Now, this is an important part of this module because if you remember, we talked about this in the previous modules as well, because the way in which total disability is defined is going to change the way in which the plan maybe pays out a benefit and how it kind of operates. So we need to know what that definition of total disability is in order to understand when the benefits will be paid out, when they will be stopped. So let's take a look. And just like with the other things that we looked at, this is not much of an option. So it does depend on what kind of occupation you are in. Certain definitions are pre-applied and the clients or the individuals don't really get much of a choice that I want to have this one versus that one, right? So it does depend on what kind of a job somebody is doing in order for the insurance company to say, okay, this is the definition that we're going to use. So the first one that we're going to be looking at is called any occupation. And just as the name suggests, any. So the way in which they will define total disability, so when you would get the full benefit for your plan is when you're considered totally disabled. If you have the definition of any occupation, that means even if you go out and even earn $1, if you do any job, it doesn't matter what your job is, if you do any job outside, so let's say a construction worker goes out and starts working at Tim Hortons and they start earning even $1, just for argument's sake, then the benefits will stop. Okay, so this is obviously for someone who's at a high risk market, and it's not the best coverage to have because even if you earn anything, you're losing all your benefits. So the idea here with any occupation is that the person is either fully able or they're fully disabled. There's nothing in between that the person is going back and maybe getting some amount of a paycheck and earning something. That won't happen, right? So if they earn anything, the disability benefits will stop. So again, for the high risk markets, maybe those who don't qualify much for anything much more, they would be the ones who would have this kind of a definition. All right, moving on. The next one is called regular occupation. And this is kind of in the middle when we're looking at like high A and low end. So this would be in the middle. So this is if you can't perform the regular responsibilities or the regular hours. Maybe because of your disability, you have a reduction in your hours now. So you're getting less hours, so your pay is reduced. So the benefits will not stop, but they are a reduced amount. So the way in which this definition works is that they do a dollar for dollar reduction. So every $100 you make at your employment, there's going to be a $100 reduction from your disability, right? So it's a dollar for dollar reduction. What you earn is what they're taking out. But unlike this one, it's not going to stop completely. So let's say you're earning $500, it's not a lot, or $1,000. You won't lose all of your disability, but you will lose that amount. So you may have like half of it left, or whatever the case might be, right? So a reduced amount, this is completely gone. And then the last one that we have here is called own occupation. And just as the name suggests, again, this is if you cannot do your specific job, your specific occupation, right? So the benefits will continue. So this is the most sort of hardest one to get, and this is restricted for those high-end professionals. And one of the examples they always love to use on the exam is a surgeon. So for example, if a surgeon got in an accident and now maybe their hand is not working the way that it used to be, so they can't perform surgeries. Their occupation is a surgeon. They can't perform surgeries, but they can still teach maybe the theories of surgeries. They can teach at a medical school. They can do something else where they can still get a full salary, right? So they're still getting a full salary, but they're just not getting it from their own job. So this is one of those types of definitions where their full benefit will continue and they can get a full salary somewhere else. So let's say their total disability benefit is $5,000 and they're getting $6,000 on their salary, they will still get both. So there's no reduction with this one. They would be getting a dollar for dollar reduction, and with this one you would get nothing. So this one you still continue to get with the own occupation, you still continue to get the full benefit, even if you're doing a job elsewhere, which is something else, right? So there's no sort of penalty for that. It's only if you cannot do your own specific occupation, that's when this would apply. All right, so this is again for those high-end markets such as surgeons. This would be kind of in the middle, and this is for your very high-risk markets, which probably can't get the coverage otherwise. All right, guys, so that is it for accident and sickness. This was our final module, final segment for this module. So again, revisit the segments that you're having trouble with, and just check up on the book. If there's some things you need more information or you need more clarification, you can always read up on it, and we have our live classes to build on these as well. So keep working with the mock exam and keep working on the modules, and I'll see you guys in the next module, module number 3, and take care until then.